Hello guys, welcome to the Jubcast. We have
special guest here today.
Special guest, Colby.
Oh my goodness.
His cup says C.
For
Not
cunt?
for Colby. Yeah, for cunt.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma gave me that mug.
Thank you, Grandma.
We've already said this joke before we started recording.
It wasn't really a joke, it was just kind of a sequence of events.
Yeah.
These two dumbasses just, rolled off.
Wow, okay, Colby.
Alright, Cole, say one fun fact about yourself and your favorite
introduce
animal.
yourself. You gotta introduce
Favorite
yourself.
animal is straight up an emu. Alright.
Oh, for real?
Bro.
Nah, I'm kidding. Honestly, I would have to say a Black Panther. Those things are pretty cool.
That's fair.
I'm a cool guy. I like Black Panthers. I mean, wait, everyone liked leopards, though, in elementary school, though.
Yeah.
I was a big pig kind of girl.
Well, I'm trying to be inclusive here, alright? I don't want to be like, I like white panthers or whatever.
Or just regular panthers.
We are not racist, guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Our podcast rules.
I'm very
do not
inclusive.
Be racist.
I'm very inclusive. I like
all colors of panthers.
See, I like pink panthers too. That's a cool guy.
Bro.
I like that guy.
That guy's cool.
Anyways, what was the other question?
One fun fact about yourself.
One fun fact about myself. One time when I was about, what was it? I think it was 6th or 7th grade, I tried to stick my own wiener in my butt.
And did it work?
No, I couldn't reach.
That just gave me a flashback to a story about Halloween 2 years ago that I don't know if I want to talk about.
No, let's not talk about that one. That's an awkward one. I don't like that one. I don't want that one to be shared. That one's a little too much.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
Well, now you know a little bit about Colby. We mentioned him on the past podcast.
Oh, really? What'd you guys say?
Oh, we actually talked a lot
about you.
Really? What'd you guys say?
We talked about... Okay, so you know when we called you out in McDonald's on how you talk... how you and Tisha...
Oh, I'm judgmental? Yeah.
We talked about that a little bit, but a little more
That's kind of natural, though. That's just who I am. That's kind of... Well, no, let's be real. That's kind of part of my personality.
I like but at least you apologize for it.
Yeah, I did.
But we specifically talked about the time when you and Ethan pointed out that I had a mustache, in 9th grade.
When the hell was that?
It was, before I was even dating Ethan.
Oh, that's a long
And you guys were like, you had a
time.
mustache, and then Claudia was like, Ethan pointed out my mustache too!
Then we bonded over it.
Did this happen back with that really fun old lunch that we had?
Yes.
Oh yeah, and then I was the only person who wasn't in that lunch.
Yeah.
Well, Emily wasn't in there either.
It was just 9th grade lunch. The first semester.
What's that face? Emily wasn't in there either. Oh.
Well, I thought you guys said no mentioning names or whatever.
Well, I mean, it's Emily. We love her.
So, can I mention people that we love?
Yes.
You can mention first names, but...
Yes.
Alright, well, yeah. Well,
if you're talking pee-pee-poo-poo about somebody...
Back with that really old cool guy, Zach.
Yes.
That dude was...
It was me, Cole, Zach...
Oh, yeah.
And
okay, yeah.
Ethan at lunch.
Remember that one day Ethan got a salad thrown at him?
What?
Yeah, one day in lunch.
What did he do?
One day we were in that lunch and we were just kind of sitting there, we weren't even talking at this point, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just the salad comes flying through the air and hits Ethan.
Did he do dude, and then gets up and...
Dude!
No, he just kind of sat there and was like, what the hell is this? But yeah.
Do a slow movie turnaround.
Yeah. Dude, we gotta get a podcast where me and Ethan are both on here. All 4 of us.
Ethan is not a supporter of this podcast.
Yeah, no, he
really?
literally, he came up to me and I'm like, dude, I got so much to do for the podcast today after school. And he's like, oh, podcast? Oh, you. Gross.
He was like, that is the stupidest idea.
Yeah, he's like, that's so stupid. And I'm like, dude, Colby's on it with us, today. Shut up.
When me, Cole, and Claudia are rich and famous for our super successful podcast.
It's not like it's my I'm just a guest.
Yeah, you're just a guest. You don't get shit.
I just get nothing.
Yeah.
I get tea in a hydro cell, not even a hydro flask.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Speaking of this, hold on.
Scrumptious.
So, Claudia,
yes.
You have some prompts here,
I see. Yes.
Is that a Menards cup?
Yes.
Menards.
For example, Colby, for reference, Colby worked at
I worked at Menards and
for 2 days.
I worked at Menards for a month or 2 and I quit.
If you're a teenager looking for an entertaining job, do not work at a giant
hardware store.
A hardware store. Yeah, it gets real boring.
I still remember the whole like jingle. It was like, plumbing, electrical appliances too. Your savings will always come right back to you.
Wait, did they
Save
play at
big
the
money.
store?
You save big money when you shop Menards.
Oh,
Big
these sound waves.
No,
Oh.
but yeah, they played that like every 4 minutes, and I think they did that literally just to brainwash the
everyone's
workers.
stay.
Yeah.
Well, everyone remembers like save big money's at Menards.
Yeah, I didn't know there was like a.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I was
Of it.
talking to my buddy Turbo there, and
What?
Turbo.
yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I like
I
him.
can tell his name's Turbo.
But yeah, I was talking to Turbo, and he was working there for like 2 years, or he's been working there for 2 years. He just recently quit, and I was like, dude, how the hell did you manage to stay that long?
That's actually crazy.
I would be so bored.
It's boring. I don't know.
Like, we work at a crazy cafe. Everything goes on there.
Yeah.
There's too much.
Like, we don't really
Well,
get a
it's
lot
not.
of hours or a lot of money, but it's
You always have
Definitely
something
good
Yeah,
going
it's
on
kind of
there.
fun there. I mean, especially when you're working with friends.
You're gonna have so
Like,
much
I
fun.
tried working there with a buddy of mine.
but it's just too big, I feel like, there to
Yeah,
like.
and there's like, it's not just like one little restaurant where everybody knows everybody. Like, there was times where like I would walk past another like coworker and they wouldn't even say hi to me or look at me. Like,
Yeah.
no one knows each other. Because Menards just split into like departments, and so
Yeah.
like for my first like month or so, I was in the freight department unloading trucks, and then I switched to painting, and then yeah, I didn't like them either. I mean, painting was pretty fun because you got to mix paints, but that was about it.
Apparently, my cousin actually worked at the same Menards as you do. Actually works at the same Menards you do. And I asked him
Really?
if he knew you, and he's like, who? Who is that?
Who's your
Yeah, how
cousin?
many people are on at like one shift?
So
His-
many.
What is my cousin's name, dude?
Well, you're a cunt,
Dude.
Colin.
Colin.
Oh, it's not
Yo,
Carl?
C.
What-
Yeah, it's not
what-
Carl.
What
Carl works
What
at like
department is he in?
I have no idea.
Oh, what a bad
Like,
cousin
You're
literally-
you
such a
are.
shit cousin.
Dude,
Claudia.
no. Wow, okay.
Seriously.
Okay.
No, he's the oldest, and like literally we were surprised he showed up to Christmas. He's gotten so big. He used to be like big buff, like captain of the hockey team, and like
No, he's just
super
big,
jack,
big.
and now he's just big.
Is he
Like
just, like-
his chin, jawline gone.
So he's like Jubba Big?
Mm.
He's like
Hey, Jubcast!
Jubcast!
Oh my
But,
god.
like, he's not Jubba big. No, he's more than Jubba big.
How is that possible?
I don't know. He's like a globe,
He's a big
like the
boy.
globe that we have in the background of our thing.
Guys, everyone look at the globe right now.
We were gonna
Reference?
draw the world on fire, but
That was not
What
appropriate.
the globe right
Oh,
there.
yeah, okay. I
Right
see,
next
I
to
see.
your last name.
Dude, yeah. Oh, let's talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Put the
Oh my
backstory
god.
on that.
Okay, so in our background in our podcast that's playing right now, as you listen to this a week after us recording it, there is a little sheet that says birth certificate, Ryman,
It's top right corner. If you need
Hell
a
yeah.
little bit
In
of
reference.
location.
right behind
Yeah.
Delilah the trap wagon, who kind of blends into the background.
Oh, I kind of didn't see her there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways,
It was a good time.
we had a good time at this trampoline park, and that we shall not name, but we went there, and like apparently there's a thing that you have to have an adult with
Waivers.
to
You need
get-
waivers.
Yeah, you need
needed
waivers.
a adult waiver to sign off to actually go jump around so you don't like break your leg and like sue the fuck out of the
yeah.
place.
Anyways,
Basically, like, at that time, we were all 16 besides Cole. He was 17. And we just, like, talked the person into basically, like, thinking that 17 was good enough.
Oh yeah,
No,
I walked up to her and she was like, "Hey, any of you guys 18?" And I was like, "No, but I turned 18 in like a month." Even though
And
it
she
was
was
a
like, close
complete
enough.
lie.
Yeah.
She was like, "I just go over there, just go sign the waivers." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
so we got our tickets printed, and they're little stickers, and they all had his last name on them, so we were all children of Colby now.
And I kept mine for a long time. I, like,
Oh
had mine
yeah,
in my
you
car,
had yours in your car.
because it said, like, Andrea Ryman. I was like, yes.
That was awesome. That was cool.
It was
so now it's
big fat bonding moment, my
permanently
guys.
stuck there.
Yeah, even though I act the most childish.
Childish.
Claudia is definitely the youngest out of our little friend group, but
she's definitely the most mature.
Yeah.
It goes like the other way around. Like, you're the oldest, but...
Yeah. I think if we're going to have to rank it, it would have to be Claudia. And then, I don't know. I don't think I'm the least mature, but, like, I don't know. To be honest, I think Emily would probably be down there.
Yeah.
No offense. But...
I think it's, like, Claudia's most mature, then Ethan, then me, then...
You and Colby are kind of tied.
Yeah, I think we can both act serious sometimes.
But
like some of our wacky... Am I allowed to say what, like, how we were? Yeah, okay, so those couple nights when we were high...
Yeah, we talked about it last podcast.
I have my moments where I'm like Ethan will just start like fucking ripping up a bag of chips, and I'll be like, dude, calm the fuck down. You're like going all rabid mode on this.
Oh yeah, I have a video where like he literally has like his shirt off. He rips open a bag of chips and just starts like eating.
Yeah, he's a dude.
And then you're like
animal.
Dude, he's fun when high, but like I don't know. Sometimes he can get a little out of control, but I kind of enjoy it because like he doesn't get like out of control to the point where it's like you're concerned about it, like he's about to break something. He just kind of makes a little bit of a mess with food, and
he gets a little primal because he's like, Colby, let's go backpacking right now.
Oh yeah, like
I have a video.
No, but that's kind of like what we do whenever me and him are like high or anything like that. Like we just kind of like to go on little walks, and
like
we like to bring a phone, play some music. I think his favorite song is "Sex and Drugs." Actually, he loves playing that song.
But, like, okay, so me and Andrea were, like, chilling with you guys, and then I don't even remember when you left. You just left, and then we were like, wait, where'd they go?
And you guys came back with pumpkins.
Yeah, you came back with somebody
Halloween
else's
night.
pumpkins.
Yeah, we came back with someone's lit up pumpkins. There were still candles in there, and they still were, like, they were still lit up when we got back, and you guys were like, where the hell did you guys get these? And we were like, we stole them.
Like, I feel like for me... And for, like, I feel like me, Claudia, and Emily all, like, just like to sit and vibe, kind of. Like, I guess I haven't really seen Claudia that much.
I guess, and I didn't go outside.
Yeah, you don't come along with us as much.
Yeah, like, I just like
but
to
now
sit
that
inside.
you've been breaking in, like, into that kind of field now. Like, you've experienced kind of both.
We talked about this in the last one. We were talking about how I'm kind of, like, late to everything, but, like, honestly,
kind of are, but it's okay.
That's bad.
It's okay.
But
I mean, you just kind of like, the way that it happens for you is that you see how it, like, turns out, like, how we act. Mm-hmm. So I think it just gives you a better feel on how you'll act, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, you're more mature going into it, where, like, for us, we're just like, oh, let's do something stupid.
And then I'm like,
you guys
laughing
are
from the sidelines with, like, my cell phone.
Yeah.
Essentially. And then Tisha comes up and he's like, why are you recording on time? And I'm like, it's funny.
It is pretty funny. I enjoy it when we record. That's one of the things is that it's just, I mean, I get how to some people it's really annoying, like, if you start recording them while they're high or drunk.
But, like, where, like, I do it a little too much.
I know, like, but I enjoy it because it just really, like, gives us, like, obviously you'll remember some of it. You'll remember some of it. I mean, depending on how fucked up you are. But, I mean it's fun to, like, look back on those and just be like, oh, that was actually really funny. Like, the videos that I was looking back at today.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, there's something about, Ethan was talking about, like, how America's gonna see us later on as, like, boomers or some shit like that. And then I kind of looked at him while I was laying down on the floor. I was like, dude, shut up. Like, dude, that was such a funny video. Can I pull it up?
They're such cool kids.
Do you think it'd render through?
Oh, wait, but don't you... There's one where Andrea says a no word that we can't say on this podcast,
we all at one point said a no word.
Yes, but this is the podcast, Colby.
Yeah, here it is. This is actually really funny. I enjoy this video a lot. Ethan's just talking nonsense, and I'm just kind of like, dude, shut up.
What if future historians will look at this video? Tu madre means like, this is how they tell our past.
Dude, shut up!
I love that.
Okay,
That's a good
that
video.
one's good.
That's a pretty good one.
I thought you were going to show the other ones. Where,
dude, shut up.
Dude, shut up.
I feel like I'm kind of mean to Ethan when I'm fucked up a little bit. I feel kind of bad because, like, he's always, like, really crazy. But, I don't know. I can get crazy, too, just, like, He gets on a whole nother level, but I like
Yeah.
that about him. He's fun.
Dude, last time, your eyes. Dude,
Oh
okay.
yeah, last time when
So,
I was crossing my
every
eyes.
single video we have of Colby during the time that I tried out for the first time, Colby's eyes are like crossed and like widened, like.
It was a weird scenario because like I remember laying down on the couch and we were listening to. Can I name specific songs? Is that okay in here?
No, that's
I was
fine.
listening to "Slow Dancing in the Dark" by Joji. R.I.P. The man's the best. Oh God.
Is he?
My guy's still alive.
Well, I know that, but I miss
I
Filthy
was like,
Frank. I miss
Rip
Filthy
Filthy
Frank.
Frank.
Dude, that guy was
I
the
was like,
best.
Jesus.
I mean,
Okay, but
I
Joji's
respect
music
Joji.
is like
I actually
really
like
good.
it.
I
His
love
other
it so
song,
much.
Sanctuary, I like quite a bit.
I vibe to that.
But yeah, what was it? Oh yeah, so we were listening to that song while we were just kind of chilling at one point, and I remember laying on the couch. What was I eating? It was something.
We were eating donuts.
We were eating
and I came over
Hostess
and took 'em.
donuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just laying down there, and all of a sudden I started looking at the light. And this happens to me every time I'm high. Whenever I look up at some light, it screws with me. Because that one time when we went to the park, Andrea, and I was staring at the moon, and I was just, and then I looked back down on you, and I was like, oh my God. But anyway, that's kind of like the moment that I had here. Like, I just hit rock bottom at that point. Like, I was kind of just, like, looking up, and I couldn't look away. And then I remember, my eyes were slowly crossing. And I was like, holy shit, this looks so weird. And then I couldn't, like, uncross them. And then I was like,
crossed
yeah.
for, like,
and, like,
10
Andrea
minutes.
was like, come back, Colby, come back!
yeah, you guys look like you
And
guys
I come
were,
over
like,
and I take
screaming,
the
like, are you
donuts.
hypnotized?
Yeah, and then I just
Crazy
come
night.
over and I grab the donuts and I start eating that.
And then you
I
start
look
laughing
at
at
Yeah,
me.
I look at you and I'm like,
Yeah, you're just kind of like, yeah.
Basically.
What a
Yeah.
fun time.
It was a great
we
time.
have a lot of nice views. I know the very first time I ever did it at Cole's old house, we were like super like on it for recording videos, and we forgot we were recording.
But that was the fun part.
So it was
because
literally-
it caught like the most natural stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there was a part in it where Ethan was so like messed up. He rolled off the bed and like fell on the floor, and Cole was like, "Oh, he fell," and I was so zoned out. I just like zoned over. I'm like, oh, he's on the ground, and like
Yeah.
I just remember I like watched like the whole like 2-hour footage of like the videos that were on my phone, and we totally forgot about it. So it was like 2 hours of us eating like Fruit Loops.
And him eating the what
Three
were you
Musketeers.
eating?
Oh, yeah, you
and
didn't
the
give me any.
popcorn too.
Yeah, you had like
popcorn.
2 bags of Three Musketeers, and then you had the entirety. We all kind of ate the popcorn. I mean, like I
You
wasn't.
weren't
I
there,
was
buddy.
no, I was there for the
Earlier.
beginning, but then I had to leave. But I was snagging off
Wait, are we talking about the?
the night where we were at your house, and I had
Your
to
old
leave
house.
because my dad.
Yeah, no,
said
we're talking
I
about the
couldn't
old
stay over.
house.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, the
old
Liberty House. I was there.
She was there that day.
Yeah.
Like earlier on.
Right
Oh,
before
yeah.
you
We went
guys.
to the gas
Yeah.
station.
I
Yeah.
totally forgot
And
about
you and
that.
me went, and we got all the snacks.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, thanks,
Shoot, I'm
Colby.
sorry, dude. Oh yeah, and then I had to drop
Bro,
you
I'm
off.
sorry.
Yeah, then you had to drop me off, and then we had a deep conversation.
You
I
guys
think.
walked to like
Dude,
the little
Claudia,
pond.
before we continue on with this whole story about Ethan and my old house, me and you have some pretty good talks.
We do. Okay.
Like, it's weird to the point. It's not weird, but it's like, it's interesting because like I'll like go to you for some things that like I don't even like trust talking to like my girlfriend or my best buddies.
Aww.
Like, it's weird. Like, I don't know. I have a certain
Oh,
level of
shit.
trust with you where it's
Thanks, dog.
cool. I like that.
Yeah. I'm glad that you can come.
More
here for
compliments
shit.
on Claudia.
Yeah, feast my ego, please. Like,
yeah,
feed it.
super chill person overall. Like, I don't think you judge people.
Yes, you do.
I do. I just don't say it.
Not like the way Cole does or the
Oh,
way Ethan
well,
does.
yes.
Like, if we're like telling you our problems, you're just like sit and you just like listen. You're like, okay,
Yeah, I just
bro,
kind of
what?
like, I don't know, if anyone tells me something, I kind of like,
She goes into serious mode, and I like it. She just kind of like turns her like.
Absolute Claudia
well,
mode.
I kind of just go into like, mama comforting her babies, kind of like,
That's how
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
kinda
because
something
like
like that.
anytime someone comes to me to say something, I'm kind of like, I don't get angry, I more like console, I think.
I guess that
Yeah.
makes sense. I hope you feel the same way with me though, because
Yeah.
I remember that one time that
Oh yeah, dude,
unfortunate
oh my
event
god.
happened.
Yes. We cannot go into details
my house?
on that.
Yeah.
Yes. But when I got that fucking hug, dude, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Colby never gives me hugs. When I went to when I went to
You know what, Claudia?
I take it all back, you bitch. No.
You kind
But okay, so Colby never like gives me hugs. So when he did, it was like very special, and I really appreciated it. Anyways, I went to Vancouver, and everyone in Noah's friend group is like super huggy and like very nice and affectionate. So I come back and I see Colby and I'm like, hey, give me a hug, because that's what I would be like whenever I said hi to anyone in Vancouver. And he's like, what are you fucking doing? You weirdo, get away from me. And I'm like, please.
You definitely had like a weird hug face, and like all of us were like, bitch, what are you doing?
Yeah, and then I was
Back
like,
the
I
fuck
just
up.
want to
Like,
show
I have my
my
personal
friends that
bubble.
I love them.
Claudia, we don't feel
But
the same way. I'm
then
sorry.
I realized I'm like, nah, we just call each other bitches, and then we're like,
That's our
way
form of love,
Yeah,
in a way.
it's different love language. Every friend's got their own love language.
I think, like, the more we make fun of each other, like, the more
The tighter
closer
we
we
get.
get. Yeah.
I mean, like,
It's
'cause-
harder to do that with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's kind of a trust thing, because it's like you trust that they're not going to overreact to you calling them like a stupid
Well,
fucking
that, and
idiot.
it's kind of like a trust thing that they don't really mean it. Like, they
Yeah,
might
that
mean
too.
something to a certain extent. Like, I don't know, like, oh, you look kind of weird. Or, like, you
That's what you went to.
Or, like, I don't know, like,
weird.
well, it's like that whole earring thing with you, Claudia.
Oh,
with those
yeah.
earrings.
Oh my God.
Do you have those on? Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
okay, so I
but,
started wearing earrings recently for context, and they both kind of called me out on it a little bit.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, hey, you look, like, really fucking weird. But, like, later on that night, I was like, you know what, they don't actually look that bad. I didn't really mean that. It was just kind of, like, different.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
in the
think
car.
you guys are just, like, weird
We
with
just-
change.
We just,
Yeah.
that, I don't know, I just kind of speak more than I think.
Okay.
I really do.
occasion.
Like, I don't think before I speak, I guess is the right
I don't know,
terminology.
I don't know, I have some sort of built-in filter, but most of the time I'm just like,
Yeah,
with my words.
Yeah.
it's all good. But yeah, anyways, what were we talking about?
Oh, yeah, back to ADD. Like, this is gonna be, like, the first podcast. Our podcast is being posted later tonight, after this one is being, like, done being recorded. And me and Andrea have been listening to it for, like, the past 2.5 hours. It's 1 hour and 52 minutes long. And we've been listening to it, and Noah made some cuts, but honestly, I'm lost the entire time. So, apologies, not
our
in
first
advance,
one.
actually a
Yeah.
week behind. Apologies for our first one. It's our first podcast. Go easy on us.
Yeah. I feel like our first, like, 30 minutes were but then, like...
But then it gets, like...
we were going from, like, talking about, like, our relationships to, like,
work, and
Australia
then
on
Australia.
fire.
It all of a sudden... Okay, so I think Noah
Turns
tried to
into
make
some
some
huge
cuts.
conversation.
Yeah, no. Noah tried to make some
I don't
cuts.
know the word.
Yo, we illiterate.
Bicicleta.
But bicicleta.
Bicycle.
Bicycle in Espanol.
Welcome to our Spanish segment.
Welcome to the Spanish segment of the... But
Word
anyways,
of the day.
Wow,
Shut the
we
fuck
have
up and get back to
ADD.
your point.
Yeah, okay, anyways, we talk about Australia being on fire, it, like, cuts to that all of a sudden, and then it cuts back.
Yeah.
It's like...
Just a small segment of us being like, LOL, Australia's on fire, let's spit on it.
Yeah,
And then it's
we're
like,
like,
okay,
oh,
back
we
to
saved
this.
it, okay. And then there's one point where we're like, oh, we have schizo, and we're yelling at the shadow people or some shit. I don't know what's going on.
The big apologies.
But, yeah. Okay, so I wrote down some topics.
No, we were
Colby
talking
already-
about something.
Oh.
What the hell were we talking about?
we
we were
probably
talking about-
finished it.
Yeah, because that's what we thought in the last one, and then we go back to the topic.
Okay. Alright.
If we didn't finish the topic, whatever.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry
Left you on a
about
cliffhanger.
So now we're gonna talk about the draft. So, World War III. We talked about it in the last one, but we don't have...
Funny story. I
Funny
love how this
story.
literally comes to... Okay. I literally just turned 18, like, a week ago. Like, literally, like, a couple days before.
The Second World War III is announced, boys.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Not
No,
even
like,
kidding.
World War III was literally announced, like, the day after my birthday. Like, people started making memes about it and, like, being drafted. And I was like, holy shit. Literally, of course, this happens right after I turn 18 to the point where I can get drafted. But apparently you can't get drafted, so...
I mean, it depends on how many soldiers we have, which we have plenty.
Oh, we have a lot.
There's a lot of patriotic
U.S.
people here.
military.
Honestly, I wouldn't
crazy.
even be that mad if I was drafted. I'm actually thinking about...
We talked about this too. We're like, Colby's gonna go to the war
gonna
and he's
find
gonna
himself.
find himself.
I'm gonna fly.
You're gonna find yourself in the
At
war.
the
You're gonna
war.
go there. You're gonna have an experience, and you're gonna find yourself. And you're gonna come back and be like, guys, I've been enlightened. We should all sign up for the
Bruh,
Navy. or
in
something."
Nam-
I think that's some stupid bullshit.
My grandpa.
Yeah.
I've been enlightened.
You would though. You would come back and be like, guys.
I'd come back with PTSD and want to kill myself.
No, my grandpa got enlightened in Nam though. He just hung out with all the blacks and they smoked weed together and drank. And he just came back and he just he was just comfortable with everything and he was
Diversity
doing underground
101.
diversity and he was doing underground poker in the cities and I was like, bruh.
You want to know actually what I did a article on? Are you trying to
I'm trying to vape the
make some
hydro
O's
flask.
from your hot tea?
Don't vape.
Anyways, I was doing this article thing for some project, and apparently a lot of soldiers in Vietnam did fucking hair, they shot up.
Oh yeah.
And they came back with no PTSD, and they didn't do drugs when they came back. It was just so that they could deal with trauma and just keep going.
Yeah, my
They're like,
grandpa was
"Gotta
drunk
go," shoot up
24/7
and- yeah.
to cope with missing home and
Yeah.
being scared 24/7.
Well, yeah, imagine
it
being in
worked.
that kind of state where it's you
Yeah.
literally need to I don't know, force yourself to escape that reality.
And Vietnam was devastating for American soldiers.
Oh yeah, dude,
both
that
my
was
great
fucked.
grandpas on my dad's side actually died from Nam. One of
Really?
them, really cool story. You want to know about it? It's the only one I know because the other one just died, I think, on the beach or some shit.
They chopped down some trees.
Yeah. No,
If you need to
actually, okay, so.
The trees are talking to me.
I gotta go
I've
home.
been there, dude.
Oh my god. But okay, so my great grandpa, we're just gonna call him Michael. I don't know.
Sick.
Hey, Mike.
I don't know his name.
Mikey.
Mikey. Anyways, Michael had a friend whose wife just had a baby during this time, and so Michael wasn't supposed to go to Vietnam, but his friend was. So he was like, "Friend, I got you. I'm gonna take your place on this plane
Aw.
so that you can see your baby." And his friend didn't have to go to the war, but Michael took his place
Michael.
and went to the war, and that plane crashed in the ocean and everyone died.
What?
Yeah. So my great grandpa
That's crazy.
is buried next to my other great grandpa,
From Nam.
because my great grandma was like, "Oh, I'm done. I'm gonna marry his best friend." He married Michael's other friend.
This is some boomer tea.
Yes, some boomer tea. My grandma, don't even remember her name. I just called her Oma, which is German for grandma. Oma.
Specken Sie Deutsch.
Specken Sie Deutsch. She was like, "Oh no, my husband died. You wanna know what? I'm gonna marry the next best thing, his best friend, because I've been looking at him for it was not even that long before."
Dude, what's the little saying where it's a little Asian girl and it's a meme where it's me get married, if he die, me no care. I just fine. I don't know what it's called.
Did she just marry his best friend?
It's a little meme. It's
Is it
I gotta look it up because it's
gotta look it
funny
up.
as shit.
But yeah, no, it's actually really sad though. But
yeah, Nam's crazy.
dude,
Nam's
that's crazy though that my great grandpa was like, "Yo, you having a baby? Go see your baby." I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
like
die
that
on
guy
a
would have
plane for you."
died. He
Yeah.
would never. That's
That would have been so sad. Especially because it's his firstborn that was being born. And it's
so he's probably
aw.
pretty young.
And of course, my great grandpa already had kids at that time.
Yeah.
My grandma's still rocking.
Here it is.
How you find it?
Me no study, me no care, me go marry a millionaire. If he die, me no cry, me go marry another guy.
Yep.
That's
That was
my
that was my
strategy.
grandma. That's your strategy.
That's my strategy.
Oh boy. Let's see how rich your boyfriend gets, huh?
He's gonna become a professional dumbass.
He's gonna
Hell
become a
yeah.
professional dog trainer.
He's gonna be making bank and you're gonna be out here starving artist.
I think that's gonna be both of us. If we
Yeah.
do try to follow our dreams, it's
You and me or you and...
me and you, but
Yes.
mainly me because
She don't give a shit about you.
Mainly you, because
You're my ride or die, but I don't give a fuck.
Because you have, like, you got connections.
Yeah.
And, like, animation is, like, a field.
Yes, I guess. I mean, I could just be like, here, one day, if I ever become rich and successful,
Hire me.
yeah, I'll hire you as
I'll bow
background
down
artist.
to you. And
I'll be like, if I ever pitch a show, I'll just have all the backgrounds done by you.
Yeah, no.
yes.
Let's all move down to Texas.
No.
Yes.
Why?
Because that'd be cool.
I was talking to Isaac about this. He's like, the only place that's cool in Texas is Austin. Otherwise, everything else is
Because Austin's, like,
crackhead.
hella liberal.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Nah, dude, that's redneck country down
Really?
there. I think that'd be fun to live down there.
I think,
It would
I don't
be
know
an
if I'd want to, like...
experience. I don't want to live there, but
Yeah.
I'd gladly visit for, like, a decently long time.
Everything's big.
Like,
in
I think
Texas.
it would be really fun to go there for, like, a summer, but to, like, live there, I feel like I just wouldn't fit in.
Road trip
we
down to
should-
Texas, we take Noah to the most redneck area ever.
Show
Dude,
him
let's
America
take
in
Noah
its
to a
prime.
fucking strip club.
Yeah.
Me and Noah can go to the strip club, and I can have my arm around his shoulder. I'll be like, hey, I mean, even though he's
You can
taller
go
than
to,
me.
like,
Me and
a
him
gay
would.
strip
Me and
club.
him would be like, I would be like, hey, you know what they say in Texas? Everything's big, so get ready for these asses.
Wow, super big.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
super big
Colby, do
bonding
you think?
moment.
Yeah.
Colby, do you think the second that you step into Texas, you'll actually have an ass?
Me?
Yes.
I'm talking about the strip club.
Yes, I know, but do you
But
think
your
if-
ass, 'cause
yes,
everything's
your ass.
big in Texas.
Dude,
cool.
my
Yes.
ass is actually getting bigger.
How?
I'm
From working out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Cole's
no
gonna
lie.
get that voluptuous
I
butt.
felt so bad when Noah kept like saying, "Okay."
Honestly, you know what? When I'm literally working out my butt at the gym, like
Do you
whenever
think
I'm doing
about when Noah
squats, I
kinda,
think
like-
about Noah, like saying like, "Oh, you got the smallest ass on earth."
He did. He was like, "Colby, you don't even have an ass. It's literally like a cave." Like, he's like, "What?"
It's a
I don't know what the fuck he was
He
saying,
was
but
like,
it
it's
kind of
just-
low-key hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I
And
was
he
like,
never forgot about it.
I talked to him after. I was like, "You can't say that because that low key like probably hurt."
Nah,
Colby."
it's all
ass
good.
identity.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
over
like,
it.
"I know my friend Colby. That's probably gonna
over
hurt
it.
him a little bit."
It's good.
Are you,
I'm
are you
over it.
Colby?
I am actually over
Yeah?
it. It's fun. I just think of it as funny.
Oh my god.
No, I
It
need
was
to
just like-
apologize.
Yeah, Noah.
I don't take that.
I'm gonna put in
And
a
like
little
literally
like thing.
every person I've met that I've like relatively come close to, they're all like, "You got a small ass."
Yeah, like there was a
Yeah.
time where me and Cole like bonded over having like little butts, and we just took pictures. Like
What?
No, like first summer we were
What?
friends. I have this picture of like me and you downtown, and we're like right next to each other, and we're making like a heart with our hands, and we're like, and like it was a picture of like our asses. But
That was Ethan and Emily.
no, I will pull it up.
No,
That
that was.
That was not me.
There's one of them also. But there was
There's one from when we were done at the. And those two were like posing.
it wasn't the
That one? Okay.
Where's the picture of Ethan sucking my titty out? Remember that?
does that exist?
Yeah, remember? It was like the first time I met Emily.
Oh my god.
I
Oh my
remember
God,
her
I
being
know what
such
you're
a
talking
fucking
about.
crackhead. My first time meeting her, I was like, "Oh my god, who the fuck?"
I know. She makes big impressions.
She's cool though.
I
enjoy
think it's
her.
funny how like
A
our
lot.
little group like slowly formed from like
You and Ethan.
Like,
I don't. How did
you-
you guys meet?
we met 8th grade in
We talked about this in
yeah.
the last podcast. They met in Spanish class. Yeah.
in 8th grade. And then me and Emily were like best friends, and then you and
Yeah.
Ethan were best friends, and
And then I was
Claudia
kind of
just came
acquainted
in
with
somewhere.
you, and then
Yeah, and then we
you
started
were like,
working out and like.
The whole crew just came
Dude,
together.
Yeah, it was
I don't
weird.
know if we can like bring that back. Honestly, I think that was kind of like a freshman year thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Some things toast can never be bread again.
But like, shut up. Get out of here.
That was the dumbest shit I've ever
Get
heard.
out of here. You fucking leave. Leave the fucking room. Yeah, get
yeah,
out.
you guys have your time in here.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Anyways,
See ya.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye. Yeah, I want to hear that electric start.
Fuck you, bitch.
I want to hear that electric start. Come on. I need to know you're leaving.
well, she
Mind
actually
about
left.
electric
Oh, she's not leaving. Goddamn.
Sorry, guys.
We're stuck with her.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Talking about this fucking
How
bitch and how she's
much you
fucking...
guys hate me, I
Yeah.
guess.
We're talking about how, like, we can't bring back,
Our daily
our
workouts
daily
together.
grind. Yeah, together. Ooh.
Well, it's because, like, we all work out at different places now, and we always
Yeah.
have, like, different
other
schedules.
shit to do.
Yeah.
We're like
And,
We
like,
just
grown-ups now.
evolve in
But, like,
life, bro.
But, like, we're still friends, and that's, like, pretty
We
much...
still find
That's, like,
time.
all we kind of worked out, though, for. I mean, you and Tisha were, like, actually working out. Me and, I don't know, we were working out, but a lot of it was just, like,
I
talking.
was,
For
yeah,
fun.
I was kind of there just for fun,
Yeah.
too. I don't think...
Yeah.
I think Tisha
Like,
was,
I look
like, the
forward
only
to
one.
it.
Yeah,
That's where
I did
Ethan
too.
kind of really started his working out. Like,
Yeah.
he
Now
Like,
he is
built, man.
officially overweight for his height because
yeah.
he's worked out so much. Like it's in pure muscle though.
That's insane.
Like, it's not... Yeah, dude, he's,
Bruh.
like... He's fucking insane. Like, that's where he really
He's just
started.
grinding,
Like, that's
yeah.
That's
really where
really
he started
weird,
working
though.
out because he... From that month, like, we all just quit at one point.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know
We
why.
always did for
just
fun.
kinda,
We
like,
didn't care.
stopped.
We all... It was
But
all
Ethan,
when
but
we quit soccer.
Ethan kept going, and so now he's, like, big boy.
He is big boy.
Yeah.
Like, I was very on and off with working out,
Yeah.
but
But
I
I
think
feel
I'm
like-
finally sticking to it.
Yeah, now you seem like really motivated. I need to do online gym,
Same.
so that's the only reason why I'm gonna start working out again. But
yeah, I need to
otherwise-
do online gym and health.
Damn, that fucking
Ooh,
sucks,
bruh.
bro.
Yeah.
Health in school was actually like kind of fun.
Oh yeah, so we had to give Colby a little like talk on how our podcast works, so that we don't get fucking DDoSed or some shit.
Yeah, shit.
And
Don't
You
get
know,
raped and killed in our sleep,
yeah.
I guess.
yeah, actually,
It's the
guys,
main goal.
we'll release an unedited version one day, and you guys can all just come and kill us.
Quiet, let's talk about some of your prompts. I'm excited. I don't know what
So
they
my
are.
prompts? Oh, well, some of them are like really serious until I get to talking about our dumbass cats and like
I don't
pets.
have cats.
Pussy.
I mean, you got Bailey though. She kind of cute.
She's
kind of a
stupid
cat.
as shit,
She's so stupid, but she's like at first I thought she was, no offense, I thought she was fugly.
though. Yeah.
Like, but
Understandable.
then now I'm kind of like, yo, Bailey, she kind of cute. She comes up and she gets so excited
She
and
cute.
it's like, she's just so happy. She's a tiny little like black dog, and she pisses
pees on occasion.
a lot. For how tiny she is, she has so much
It
water in
doesn't
her.
stop.
It doesn't stop. Like,
Yeah.
I think your dog has like a superpower or just a problem.
It's like she'll stop when you start petting her. She gets excited and it just keeps coming out.
That's your impression.
That's
of Bailey?
literally how it goes. Though.
That is though. She like she has a seizure and just starts pissing.
For real though.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Just too excited, my guy.
We've talked too much. We did talk about your 20-pound cats a lot.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh,
Remember?
I did mention them.
Yes.
Yes, I
That's
did.
fat
Yeah.
We
We
talk
motherfucking
about
cats.
my retarded dogs.
See, a lot of what I have down is like what we talked about last time, so it's kind of like useless. But what we can do?
What can I
See
do?
that chicken in the background?
Oh, Claudia!
You know what time it is?
It's cock review time!
Colby's face is so done.
When
So
am I gonna
how-
have to whip out my cock and you guys can roll or some shit? Like, what the hell is this?
No! Okay, how are we gonna, like,
Okay, well,
Go
how
about
else do you
this.
expect me to react when you're both like, oh, you know what
Cock
time it is?
review.
It's cock review time!
Oh!
Alright, so basically, Andrea, you're gonna review a bunch of cocks.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Let me go into my cock portfolio.
Ah, yes.
We're talking about chickens or penises.
Cole, that's the joke. That's the joke, Cole. Don't
That's-
tell anyone.
that-
That's the
don't
joke.
tell anyone. It's
That's the joke
it's
of
the joke.
of it. Oh my god, I was on the black market. Okay.
Are they actually penises?
I don't know, Colby.
Let me see your cock collection.
Oh, they're actually there.
Oh, that's a
wait,
dog.
what? No! I thought it was gonna be a chicken.
Wait, was that the one that guy sent you?
No, I wouldn't have that. I went into Google and I looked up cocks.
I love how the second picture of a cock is two guys pressing their penises
Oh,
like on each other, like
This
they're
is so
both kind of
graphic.
like.
I'm sorry. This is so unexpected.
No.
That's gotta be fake. Look at how big that dong is. That thing is huge.
That is a Thanos
Bro.
cock and a half.
What the shit?
Whoa! What part
Look
of
at
the
that
web did we
one.
just enter?
What the hell?
See that? Now that's like a normal size. Oh, and there's sex right there.
Oh.
Oh wow!
Oh wow.
like that BBC. Oh, that's a big boy. Oh, ooh.
Guys, we're
I love it
obviously
when you call me
talking
Big
about
Pop.
the
but
animal.
yes, we're
Obviously.
we're looking at pictures of little chicks, and they're like.
We're
Oh,
just
no,
talking
that is-
about
Some of
what they
them,
look
some
like.
of them are a little bigger than others. They've been fed well.
Yes, indeed.
Colby's,
Can we make this the what is it called?
The thumbnail?
The thumbnail?
Dude, it's like the fucking like guys behind that girl on the couch.
Yeah, but with a dude instead
Yeah,
of a
but
chick.
with a dude, and there's no couch, and they're all naked.
They're all naked and they're all...
But
Yeah.
they're animals, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
They're
They're all
animals.
chickens. They're just feathers are plucked.
Why is this happening
Let's
right
not
now?
kid ourselves. These are actual human cocks. Now
It's
that
all
is
just for
one
Boys will be
sexy
boys.
lady.
Boys will be
Dude,
boys.
Colby, I'm learning a little too much about Colby right now.
Look at
How
that
much he
close
loves...
up.
Ah!
No!
I watch so much porn it doesn't even affect
You know
me.
what, guys? I think this is the end of our cock review segment.
Yep.
Which was obviously about...
Say big money at Menards.
Oh,
There was
goodness.
actually one time when it was when you and Tisha were playing FIFA and me and Noah were chilling.
Oh yeah, and we were
next to
watching some dude nail his cock to a board.
Yeah, I
The
wasn't
chicken, of
invited to
course.
this.
Yeah.
And we saw some chick
Yeah,
Oh,
Andrea was
like,
like, I need to
just like
homework."
nail her
Yeah.
tits to a board too.
Yeah, and she enjoyed it.
Ah!
She was like, oh. Let's talk about hentai. That sounded like some hentai shit.
Why do you want to talk?
Well, let's just
only
talk
you
about it
would.
because I'm gonna actually. You know what? I am revealing too much about myself. And if there is
No.
people actually at school that are gonna listen to
Cool,
this,
you're gonna, like, go
I don't
to
know if I
college.
should go into detail about this because
Yeah.
like I've been.
Cool, you're gonna go to college one day and,
And
you're
they're gonna
like...
find this.
Yeah, they're gonna find this. They're gonna be like, yeah. So we're gonna like rethink this decision on you coming
No.
to our school.
You have, like, a great
talking
job
about-
landed for you, and then they're gonna find this.
They're just gonna be like, so you were talking about some dude nailing his cock to a board.
What's
I don't
up
know
with
if we
that?
can. I don't know if we
Sir.
can allow this.
I don't know if this can be a part of our image,
Mm.
but speaking of colleges, actually one of the things that I have like on my notes is college/finals because it is finals week, and us boys are stressing.
Let's
I had
change
3
the
finals
topic.
today. I literally already had 3 finals today. No shit.
Bruh.
That's
It was terrible.
Can I talk about my first final I did
the oven.
this year? My barcode oven that I did
Hell
for
yeah.
my business class. That was a Shark Tank. We got an A on it. I made a cardboard oven with my bare hands using green hot glue.
It doesn't open though, so it's like useless
Okay,
and you're trash.
That's
so.
stupid.
no, I-
You already
yeah.
do art, so it's
Well,
probably
yeah,
easy for you.
well,
You fucking dumbass.
yeah, I'll just stop talking then.
Yeah, okay. So Andrea basically was like,
got fired for the podcast.
yeah, no, see that? See you right there on the
It's gonna be
screen?
me.
That's gonna be Colby.
I'm taking your place.
Sorry, brother. We have these deep talks in the car. We're bringing it to the podcast without you. Sorry.
Straight up.
I didn't
Just
like
have
this
to keep
anyways.
it
It's okay.
traditional. Yeah.
That's what happened.
Sorry.
You're too short.
Bruh.
Yeah, I can't fucking handle.
You
Why are you
need
so
to be
short?
this tall
yeah.
to ride.
Yeah, you need to be this tall to ride. Oh my god. And okay, what was it?
My final of my
Yes, your final.
oven.
Andrea basically was like, "Hey group, can you guys do all the work? I'll make an oven." And then
Literally.
that's literally what happened, and they
We
got
had
made.
to make an entire like business plan and like find all these like financial like how much will it cost to make this and how much should we price it as. I was like, "Pfft, I'll make an oven," and they agreed, and I made a nice
You're a
oven.
silent drinker, Colby.
Fuck, that's hot.
So
Ah!
hot.
Bro, my shit.
That's
Mine's
hot.
cold. So we're
Yeah.
we're sipping.
Ah!
Oh,
We're
oh my god.
the sound waves. Oh no.
That's hot.
So we're sipping
Oh,
tea.
that's hot.
Someone could put coal back in his
Oh,
face.
that's hot. Oh, boy, that's hot.
So we're sipping tea, like last time, except we're not doing the. I mean, Andrea, you did do a big slurp. It's hot. Me and Andrea have mugs, and Colby's. Oh my god, it's still steaming. Yeah, Colby's got the hydro flask, and it's still steaming.
Yeah, bitch, it's hot.
Bro, them boys do like a real good job at like keeping shit the same temp.
Bro, straight up.
My tea is cold.
Bro, my tea is fucking
Wait,
hot.
can I mix some into mine?
God, no! You're my team,
You have so much tea.
Yeah,
though.
Colby,
Fuck you, you're my
I
team.
literally poured like so much hot water into your tea. Can I please?
Go make your own hot
Your
water,
tea is
bitch.
I made the
probably
tea for
watered
you.
down.
Yeah, and you gave it to me, so now it's mine. You dumb fucking cunt. That's how stuff works. You
And
give
this
something
was the
to me,
end
it's
to
mine.
their friendship.
So, me and Colby aren't friends anymore.
Right after talking about how much you guys mean to each other.
And that is the fucking tea.
Get it?
Wow,
because we're talking.
Yeah, because
Oh
we're
my
talking
god!
God! Nice one, Colby. That was a really good one.
Wow, Cole, we're so glad
The
that you're on the
people
podcast.
on the pod. Yes, we're so
Thank
happy.
you.
Shut up, I'm not your friend anymore. You're dead to me.
Oh wow. So
Our friendship was a straight tower erection of a penis, and now our friendship is
What's
now
with your
whiskey
penis?
dick. You know
I am
what?
so lost.
what's with you and Cox lately, Colby?
I like cocks. Like
Can we-
chickens.
Can we talk about how all of us are like low key very gay in
Nope,
our own
nope,
ways?
nope, miss me. Nope.
Oh,
Miss me
there,
with that.
he's gone.
Miss me with that. Nope,
Oh,
I
no,
ain't
he's
gay.
just turned around.
Nope. I may mention
Some
Even
people
though
aren't.
I may
good
mention
at
a couple
admitting it.
weird things every once in a while,
May-
but no way. Like
May
there's
I just
some
mention
people
the simple
who just...
fact that he kissed my boyfriend?
No,
It
I
happened.
didn't.
I was
Why are you
there.
telling
It
people
happened.
that?
They
Bro,
Andrea
that
was
didn't
They
witness
had
to
happen.
sex also.
Yes,
God,
they
you guys
also
are
did.
dumb as shit.
It was
That
really
never
quick.
happened.
It was
It was a
it
little
was in
like
the trap
Cards.
wagon.
yeah, we
and-
all witnessed in
No,
Delilah.
We were all
didn't.
there. We recorded it. It's on Pornhub
It
if you want to
didn't
go find
happen.
it.
And I know
Um,
there's a rule that what happens in the trap wagon stays in the trap wagon,
But
but
this
like
is dismissed.
yes, this is an
This
acceptance.
needs to
It
be
doesn't need to be an
told.
acceptance. It never happened. You step on my toe, you dumb bitch. Fuck you.
What the fuck you doing,
You're
Andrea?
gonna go start
Stepping on
spreading
people's
lies that I'm
toes.
gay as shit, and then you're gonna step
And
on
then
my
she's gonna
toe.
be out here stepping on my toes. I don't like feet. I'm sorry. Get out my.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's
So,
a little dramatic. You're being a little too much
Andrea
right now.
actually deadass has the biggest fear of feet ever.
It's just like
That's kind of funny because my old best friend used to have a feet fetish
ew.
or a foot fetish.
I don't know. It's just like
I
the
love how the world
texture of a
comes
foot is
together.
like super, like not okay. And it's like the fact that like hands, like fingers are so long, but toes are like stubby.
It's like you have.
I
I
just
want us
don't
to
get
be
the
like
point.
fucking frogs with fingers that are like 20 inches long
Well, I just
Or
don't like.
toes?
Why do we have toes?
to keep
to
us
balance.
standing up.
Yeah.
But why can't it just be like?
Don't question
Yeah,
that.
don't
question the feet.
question the form we were given by the one above or multiple.
Let's not go
Or
into that.
nothing.
Let's not
Or
get
nothing.
into that.
Oh yeah, we can't go into that. That's another rule on the podcast.
All religions are acceptable. Buddhism, Buddhism,
Even though we
Judaism,
talked about
we don't
Kwanzaa for the
care.
first 30 minutes of our podcast.
Kwanzaa is definitely the most liked.
Oh, you guys talk
Oh,
about
you're
my.
making a
You
statement.
guys,
That's on you.
you guys talk about my Kwanzaa present to Ethan.
Oh my God, we did.
Yeah.
It was our Kwanzaa
Nah,
present.
no.
You
Mm-mm.
used my material,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
And I wrapped it for
Yep,
you.
yep.
Tell me
okay.
about your present, Colby, because I
Yes,
have
go.
not heard about this at all.
Oh my goodness, you haven't. Okay, go on.
So I made a present for Ethan on Kwanzaa. We were all getting together to have a pretty good time. And not gonna lie, we were all getting together. What night was that? Oh no,
It was
we were
like-
just having a chill night, or were we not?
It was a day after
What are we
Christmas.
doing?
I think we had a couple Mike's Hards.
Yeah. Oh
Me and
yeah.
Emily had a couple too many Mike's Hards, but
Yeah.
You guys are
You
so
guys were
light.
weird, but yeah, it's all good. But me, I got Ethan a present, or I made him a present with Andrea's painting, and so I made him a little portrait of himself with a volcano and a river in the background, and it was very beautiful.
I think he was also wearing a diaper,
He was wearing a diaper. He was
Yes.
also taking a shit.
and I believe he had.
It was very beautiful.
He had. Cole was trying to put 6'9" on Ethan's forehead, but he is dyslexic and wrote 6B.
No, 6P.
6P was it?
Yeah, it was 6P.
Oh my god.
It was an
We
interesting
don't
It's
discriminate
bad hard.
against dyslexics
Yeah,
here.
we're all kind of stupid. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we're making this podcast, so maybe. I got pancake batter on my hands.
Can I lick it, please?
Yeah, here.
Talk about being gay.
Thank you.
Yes.
We were making pancakes before, and Colby, I'm very offended you did not eat the pancake
Your
that
pancake,
Andrea.
not gonna lie, looked like shit.
Okay, no,
Hear me
Andrea.
out.
Andrea spent so long making that design, turning the raspberries. Stop vaping from the fucking hydro
Mhm.
flask. Oh, he's gonna do the Kylie lip challenge?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, he does that.
He's actually if he does that, I think everything's redeemed. Everything you've ever done, Colby,
It's forgiven.
is forgiven. This is your church.
If you spill the tea.
Colby, if you spill the tea and your lips turn big, you're...
Voluptuous.
Come on.
But I made Cole a pancake out of blueberries. I made a smiley face out of it.
That hurt.
Oh! Your mouth is red!
Bruh!
Look at me. Your lips have not changed, but you just got a giant red circle around your mouth.
Dude, that hurt.
Well,
If anyone listening to this has ever done the Kylie lip challenge or whatever,
That shit's
you're
fun.
retarded.
I've done it
wow,
before.
Wow.
Hate to use the R word.
Hey, my brother's retarded. You can't say that.
I've actually done it before, and my lips started to bleed.
What?
Yeah,
Well, your lips are like super chapped.
that's true. And it
You're
was
like-
in the winter I did.
That
I know
you're
that.
like really fucking weird.
I'm
Like you
fucking
got some weird
stupid.
bodily functions going on.
Yeah, your
in ya.
fingers
Oh,
turn
I haven't
white.
talked about my fingers yet.
Yeah.
I have this disease, if you will, where basically my blood what's it
Your
called?
veins can't
No,
bring
but it's
blood
like-
that like to your fingers.
It
that
doesn't.
well.
It doesn't reach my fingers. It's called like I don't fucking know what it's called.
Whatever it's called, your fingers turn white in the cold, literally at room temperature. Anything below room temperature is like...
Like they don't have circulation anymore.
Yes.
There's no blood in them, and I can't feel anything. And it doesn't come back until like 20 minutes after I'm inside.
Yeah, and it's like, bruh.
So living in
we-
the Midwest kind of sucks, but
That's why you
So we
live
should
in
just go to
Vancouver or
Texas.
Texas.
Straight up, we're living in Texas.
all right, catch us
See
in
ya.
Texas for our next podcast where we're
Yeah.
on horses and
Yeah.
We're gonna be cruising down the Devil's River on
Yes,
some
sir.
yaks, and you're gonna be hearing us.
Yeah.
we're gonna have some buckles on and some
We're gonna
boots
have
on. Yee!
Yee!
We
We have some Mike's Hard in our pockets.
Well, it's kind of
course.
gay.
Jay sipping.
I wouldn't have a Mike's Hard. I'd have a
Yeah,
nice
you would need something
ice
Yeah.
cold
You need
Steve
something
Austin
else.
beer.
Mm.
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 Yeah.
Or a nice Roner.
Ooh. With
Those
the
are
lime
kind
in
of those
it?
are kind of overrated. Not gonna lie. Let's talk
They
about
are.
that. Roners
I had
are
a little
overrated.
Alcohol
Sup.
review.
I had a little sipple sup, and I do not like them.
They're definitely one of my favorite compared to other beers.
I generally don't like alcohol though, so like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alcohol. Is
I just think
interesting.
beer overall is gross, but like a Rona,
I love it.
especially on like a summer afternoon, is like a vibe. Like I feel like any
I
other
mean,
beer,
it's like, it's
why?
golden.
Yeah, especially if you have a
almost-
lime in there, it's like it makes it better. I don't
Okay.
know. I was a bartender at this like wedding thingy like one time illegally, and
Oh.
they loved the lemons and limes in their Roners, like a vibe.
I mean,
Yeah.
you put like a lime or a lemon in pretty much most
Anything,
things.
and it's just a vibe.
It's
It
interesting
is.
because I think in some ways I can take in like Tito's better than I can take in like any other beer.
Bruh.
It's weird.
Don't even,
Alcoholism.
I'm out here like, the what?
It's
What
like
is that?
it's like hard.
Tito's is vodka.
Oh, I think of Tostitos chips.
Bro, I was
honestly.
eating these Tostitos chips. They were hard
No,
to take down.
you know when you get some of those chips in your throat and then it's like...
Dude,
shit.
that happened to me one time when we were eating nacho cheese with the chips. Remember that one time? We
Yeah.
got it on video
Yeah.
when
Oh.
we were high.
When you
Oh my
were
goodness.
choking?
Yeah,
Do
no,
we
I
ever
swallowed
eat when
it.
we're not high? I feel like all of our eating stories like, oh, we were high.
No, we
Well,
eat
'cause
a
it's
lot of
not-
stuff.
yeah.
We just don't really like mention it.
It's not
I
memorable.
don't- I never... Did I ever tell you about like my experience when I actually got like high?
Yeah, you did. You told
What?
me.
I
We were
told
just
you
kinda
like...
I
Is
forgot how
the
it went.
ceiling falling or
Yeah,
am I
it
falling?
was
That's the
that.
only thing I told you though. That was like, cause, okay, so first
my
time I lit up with these boys, shit kind of hurted.
That
Not
was
gonna lie.
so funny.
It was a
so-
fun
I put
time.
the empty water
Oh yeah,
bottles in the
okay.
fridge.
Oh my god, we didn't talk about this last time. Okay, so we were in the garage, and I'm like, we're lighting up from the pipe, and I'm just like, I'm in pain because, you know, it hurts the first time, and also, like, it's not good stuff.
That's what
It's
she
not
said.
going down smooth. Okay, shut.
Call your band for
Colby-
life from the podcast.
Yeah, we're not having you on again. Just so you know. Anyways, lighten up. Every single video I look in pain or I'm just like deadpan and I'm eating. Anyways, it's not hitting me because I'm not like moving. So then I run out of my water that I'm drinking to like quench my thirst from how ashy my
Let's just give a
throat
background text. We're in like a, what was it?
Like a storage closet.
We're in a
your
storage closet
garage.
in
like
my
you can't
garage.
move. We were all so close
Like
together.
crammed
Yeah.
into this like little like 5-foot room.
Yeah.
With,
Honestly,
like,
yeah.
And when you
paint
open up, it
everywhere.
looks like a movie where they come out of the room like the smoke comes out.
Actually, though.
We
It's
come
so
out
small.
and we look like we just got like we were like Frankenstein's like made because we come out like and like
Yeah.
we're like wobbling. Anyways, I go out to go get water from like upstairs and that was really loud. Okay,
It's
thank
okay.
you.
It's okay.
Anyways, I go upstairs to grab water and I have 2 water bottles. I put them in the fridge. They're empty. And I grab new ones from outside of the fridge and I run. I slam the door and then I just run downstairs. But as I was like running up the stairs, I kind of like felt it. Like it kind of like hit a little bit and I was like, whoa, that's funky.
Yeah, I feel like the first time
Funky,
definitely
funky.
isn't like a biggie. Like the first time I ever did it was like at my friend Gabe's house and like there was like a lot of people there just like partying it up and I was just like, oh, I definitely feel it, like, wow, this is crazy. And then it was really nothing. And then when I did it with Cole and Ethan for the first time,
Yeah.
I was sitting
You
at the
thought
park.
you were gonna die.
I was like, this is laced, I'm gonna die. This is it, guys. Like,
Yeah.
I'm dead. And you guys were like laughing and
We were
running
laughing
around
at
the
you. We were
park.
like, why the fuck
Yeah.
are you overreacting?
I was completely fine. I literally just came down and like, yo, it hit. And then I was like, oh my god, I left the empty ones in the fridge.
Like the empty water
the empty
bottles.
water
Like, oh my
bottles. And I was
god.
like, oh no, I'm so fucked
That
up
was
right
so
now.
funny to me.
Like, the
Yeah.
first time it ever hit me, I was terrified, and you guys weren't helping me. Like, I was sitting
Yeah,
at, like, this elementary school park, just, like, shaking, and then you guys were, like, running around, like, going down slides, like, looking at the moon. You guys were, like, peeing everywhere.
We were, yeah.
And then I just, like, walked up to you guys while you were peeing, and I was like, guys, I'm scared. Can we go home?
Yeah, and you
and then
kept,
you're
like,
like,
holding
okay.
on to us.
Yeah, because I didn't know where we were. Like, I had no sense of direction.
I knew exactly where we
And then
were.
you're like, Andrea, we're
Okay.
fine. I can get us home. And you're like, I was like, okay.
So we finally go home and, like,
And then I was
Andrea's
vibing.
Andrea's clinching onto Ethan, like, still scared and shit. And I'm ahead of them, like, 20 feet. I'm just skipping and, like, making random ass noises. It was a fun time. I remember
As
tripping
one
on the
goes.
curb, too.
Oh, I almost
Yeah,
fell
I
down
was
with
about
one
to
the
talk about that.
on the
Yeah,
curb.
I was like, didn't one of you like fall down multiple times? I don't know.
I think we all fell down.
Yeah, we
that
were
night.
just a mess. We
Yeah,
were
I remember
all tripping
Ethan. I
on the
remember
curb.
Ethan was just about to light one up, and then he like tilted the pipe over, and a bunch of like marijuana fell out.
I think
it
you
fell,
went down and
it
picked
fell,
it up.
It fell down on the ground, and Ethan like did a barrel roll onto like the wood chips of the playground. He was like, "Where the fuck is it?"
That was such a weird moment for me. Just like seeing you guys like that was like,
It's interesting for the first time.
it was like
I
I
remember
felt
seeing Ethan like that for the first time, and I was like, "Whoa."
it felt like kind of uncomfortable for me. I was like, who are you? Like I don't know
Yeah.
why, but like just like the first time I felt really sad.
I mean,
like
it's,
I was
I mean,
like,
it's
who are
like that.
these
It's like
people?
that for
Do you
everybody
think
that
you
you
did
like
like
really
too
know.
much though too? Like,
I don't know. I
because
think it
sometimes
just
it's
hit.
not just like yeah. Sometimes
Sometimes
if it's
it
too
does
much for
better.
your system, it like
yeah.
it also depends.
Claudia, I gotta pee.
Okay, have fun pissing.
Where?
bro.
Where's your?
Ooh,
You-
go outside.
You actually, yeah, go outside, brother. I got my door.
Oh, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
nobody's
I'm afraid
down
your
here.
brother's gonna like walk down and be like, "Hey, you wanna play basketball with me?"
They wanna
We don't
play
even
bigs.
have like a hoop anywhere in this neighborhood. I live in the most like white, nobody like
I know.
nobody
I feel
has
like
a
this
hoop.
neighborhood, every house is like 2 feet apart, and that's about it. Like there's not a
Yeah.
lot of room.
Yeah, it's just oh I hear the door open. There was oh my god, remember when we went bowling and like we had a photo shoot of Colby pissing off a rock. Oh, he's
Oh my god, he posted on Instagram
Yeah.
a picture of him peeing. There's so many peeing stories.
Well,
of
because he was
Cole.
like, guys, look at this beautiful golden arc that I'm creating
Well,
with
because
my piss.
in the summer he had this goal to like pee on just like anything.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
He peed
I
on
have, so
my
many,
car.
I have so many videos of him like pissing off my
Yeah.
dog, pissing on the Kowalski sign, pissing off a like
Oh,
tree.
he was pissing in the Taco John's parking lot, and I was like in his car, and I just like honked my horn, and you could see his pee like fly up in the air from like when
My
the horn
God.
honked. It was so funny. Like
You guys talking about?
we're talking about all the
Talking about all
weird
your
places
piss
you've
stories.
peed this
Dude, I
summer.
Yeah.
pee everywhere.
But like this summer especially.
Wherever the fuck I want to pee, I
you
pee.
made it your goal to pee everywhere.
I pee wherever I want to pee.
Yeah.
That's such a privilege.
All of a sudden, we just hear like.
What was that one time I went on top of the Kowalski sign and I started pissing?
And then you were like, "Oh, there's mosquitoes, dude! They're coming for my ass."
Yeah. Dude, that was cold out there. That kind of like shrunk my dick the second I looked it out.
Bro, but everything gets bigger in Texas, so let's just go to Texas.
We should go to Texas
and
just to
it'll be
pee.
good.
Just to pee.
Yeah. Do you want to just go piss on Texas?
Just to say that I
we'll...
peed on Texas soil would be a privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to say I like stepped foot on Texas soil.
You know what's funny? You know what I like to think about? The one time I pissed in the St. Croix River, I was like, damn. You know,
this gonna go to Cuba.
This travels all the way down through the Mississippi and then ends up in like the ocean, so technically I could say I peed on a shark.
Essentially.
Like,
I mean, I think a lot of us have pissed on a shark then.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think we all have pissed on a shark. I sat on an alligator before.
No,
that actually makes sense. When you're like a little kid.
Yeah, I went to Gatorland in
Dude,
Florida.
Gatorland was actually
Oh
badass.
my god,
Sad
have you
on
seen
one.
the Gatorland like Instagram?
No.
Dude,
Yeah.
the lady is
Holy
so
shit.
cool.
They're all
She's just
badass on
yeah,
there, man.
she's this blonde lady with like a cowgirl hat and like a crazy accent, like really southern.
They all have those.
Yeah, they all have really southern accents.
I mean, if you're really that bold to
Yeah.
wrestle an alligator, you better be real southern.
I mean, I wrestled an alligator essentially. His mouth was duct taped shut, but their tail is
duct tape's not enough.
Their tail is the strongest part of their body.
Yeah.
So essentially, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I'm a badass.
You're really cool.
Oh, thank you so much, Cole. I really appreciate your support.
You're actually not that cool.
Yeah. Well, now that we've established our uncoolness, we have to end this podcast because we don't want to abuse Noah in a closet for a full week this time.
Yeah, maybe just half
a week.
I don't know. Maybe we'll bring him lunch this time.
Maybe we'll bring him some contaminated food.
Ooh, and
give
a
him
pee
the Black
bucket.
Plague.
Yes.
Before we go, I just want to say on the podcast, and I know this is completely irrelevant, but I'm going to Bermuda in a little bit.
Ooh.
So if I never come back, that's just how it's going to be.
You're living it up with Juice WRLD.
Straight up.
Juice WRLD's somewhere.
He's somewhere out there. I know it. All right.
I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't think their ears probably bleeded more this time because we were
Yeah,
screaming.
I saw some crazy sound
crazy
bars
sound
right
waves.
there.
Plumbing, electrical appliances too. Your savings will always come right back to you. Save big money. You save big money when you shop Menards.
Thank you